Hey, Tripp here from trippadvice.com. Now in today's video, we're gonna be talking about how to be able to always get a woman to return your text messages. Now I just put out a video recently that was about the simple way to find out if a girl likes you over text. And it's a way of basically just asking a girl out, and if she replies that she's interested in meeting up with you, well then she's interested. And if she doesn't reply or says no or has some sort of excuse that she's busy, well then she's not interested in you. And that's a simple way to figure that out. Now I actually had a lot of guys, maybe even you who's watching this video, send a text message to figure out whether or not she was interested. And a lot of guys did not get a reply back. And that's why I'm doing this video today, so you can always get a girl to return your text messages. Now the reason why a girl doesn't respond to your text message or she says no to a date is because she is not invested in you, which is just a fancy way of saying she's not interested in you. There's no interest there. When you text her, when you ask her out, she's in her head and she's thinking, no, not so much, not this guy. And it's all because when you first met her or whenever you guys were in person together, you didn't build that investment. She has no attraction. She has no reason to want to meet up with you. You guys did not connect. What I want for you is a girl to look at her phone, see the text message from you or see the call from you and be like, ooh, get butterflies in her stomach and excited that you're texting. So here's how you build investment, and this is how you do it in person. First, you can do what I call flirting. I'm sure you've heard that before. Flirting is a great way to be able to get her interested in you. And it's the idea of building sexual tension with that girl that you're with. Teasing her, giving her little nicknames, maybe complimenting her on something, right? Building this tension. I've talked about in previous videos this idea of push-pull, and that's the idea of metaphorically pushing her away and pulling her in. And this is where teasing and compliments come in. The reason why this works so well is because you're showing interest and disinterest. It's a way of basically showing her that you may be interested, you might not be interesting, right? You're flirting with the idea. You're flirting with the idea, pun intended here, with the fact that you might like her. So calling her out on something, anything she says that she really likes, you can compliment her on her taste. Or you can call her a nerd and joke around and tease her for something that she likes, right? So this idea of push-pull and flirting, teasing and complimenting. Now, I just want to say this. No, that is not the only thing that is going to get her attracted. It's not like you just flirt with a girl and game over, she's invested. No, there's a lot of different things you do in the interaction. Let's talk about two more things. Next is dominance. This is something that I talk about in some of my programs. I talk about this on some YouTube videos, and I noticed a lot of guys don't really understand what this means. Well, dominance is basically going after what you want and following through with that. So in this case, being dominant is going to be you taking charge and leading the interaction all the way from hello to sex. It is your job as the man to lead her through that journey. A lot of guys are very passive. They're not doing this. They're waiting for her to make moves. They're waiting for all these signs to make sure the girl likes them. A lot of guys fear rejection, so they kind of tippy-toe around the whole idea and then they land in the friend zone. Just the actual act of leading her all the way, getting her number, asking her out, making the first move, going for the kiss, going for having sex, being the guy who's taking those actions sometimes is almost enough to get her invested. She's waiting for a guy to take charge, not for a guy to kind of just skirt around the idea of, oh, maybe we should hang out sometime, right? That's not mystery. A lot of guys get that really confused. They think, no, I don't want to ask her out. I got to be mysterious. No. That's not how you do it. Flirting and things you're talking to her about, you can remain mysterious in. But the whole idea of courtship is going to be you taking action and leading her through beginning to end. You want to know why a lot of girls aren't responding to your text? Because when you get their number, they're not very clear on what they're giving you their number for. Oh, they think it's a friendship. He didn't really flirt with me. He was kind of passive on asking for my number. So she doesn't have a reason to respond to your text messages, and she also has no reason to go out with you because, again, it's very confusing for her to know why she even gave you her phone number in the first place. Now, along this idea, and this is my third way of building investment here, and there's a lot more, but these are some of the best ones. And my third way here is spending time with her. Okay, so what does this mean? This means that when you guys are first talking, when you first approach her, when you're in conversation, at the bar, at a party, wherever it is, spending time, like actual time with her, or you guys being together, that is going to build the investment. That's why a lot of guys who might go out and get a number and it's like a 7-minute conversation, it's probably the reason why she's flaking. She has no reason to want to go out with you because she doesn't even remember you. It was a 7-minute conversation and she was probably a few cocktails in, right? So you want to spend time with her. And I want to kind of tattoo this into your brain, this idea of following through, kind of like dominance, following through until you get rejected. A lot of guys would just kind of get the number and then run away, you know? They're trying to get the number and that's their only goal. They're not thinking about the actual time that's spent with her, right? You guys got to spend time together. You guys got to be talking. You guys got to be connecting. You got to be telling stories and talking about yourself and asking her really interesting questions. These are other little ideas of investment. But that time you're spending together, maybe you're even moving her around the bar. Maybe when you guys end up meeting, you meet her out for the first time and you approach her at a coffee shop, you guys go to get some lunch somewhere, right? Following through. All that time that's spent together is gonna make her more invested in you. So my tip here is don't leave the interaction until she's obviously uncomfortable or she rejects you. If she says, go away, or I have a boyfriend, and she's basically shooing you away, okay, then leave, right? Move on and talk to someone else. Or if she's very obviously uncomfortable and her body language is turned away from you and she's just like trying not to look at you, okay, that's a nonverbal rejection. But if she's not doing any of those things, you keep on talking to her and you keep talking until one of those things happen, or until you get a number, or until you're bored and you just want to leave. Now, if you want a ton more ways to get a girl invested in you, to get a girl hooked on you, so excited to be with you that she can't wait another second to text you back and meet up with you. If you want to learn this, then I want you to check out my latest program. It's called Hooked, and you can learn more about that at getherhooked.com. There is a link in the description below. This program, this new program that I've made, is all about building that investment, sparking that attraction, and getting a girl pretty much in almost any situation super excited to meet up with you. In the Hooked program, you're gonna learn everything from how to get a casual sexual relationship, how to get a girlfriend, how to move things to sex on a first date. You're gonna be learning all this stuff in Hooked, because this is what it's all about. It's all about getting her invested so you don't have any more problems getting her to text you back. So check that out, getherhooked.com. I want you to write down below this video which one of these little ideas or concepts of investment you're gonna use next when you talk to a girl. I wanna see you in the comments. We'll talk down below. Check out the Hooked program, and I'll see you on the next video.